Welcome back to Guard Your Girl Boxing. It's your man, Coach Ring. Shout out to the Brass, Docs, Big Mike, Wada, Sleep E, BJ Murray, Volley Boy. That almost sounded like a rhyme there. Was that a half a bar? Was that a half a bar? I mean, seriously though, it's like it's flowing kind of, but I've been saying that for so long, it's almost like saying your social security number or your home phone or your cell phone. It's just second nature to you. But we're back, Guard Your Girl Boxing. As you see, we got a little hyphy with the letters, you know, that Bay Area slang. GYGB, coming to a website near you, guardyourgirlboxing.com. Don't worry, we ain't gonna hurt y'all. We know it's the recession and everybody's broke. The t-shirt's gonna be real cost efficient, so we ain't gonna hurt y'all. Speaking of the recession, Young Jeezy, anybody seen him? Ever since Rick Ross, you know, Big Leach, Larry Hoover, you just affiliated. Jeezy hasn't been the same. That's a whole nother thing. You know, action-packed summer. Don't even think about that Saturday when I say action-packed. And even though I picked, we'll talk about the whole picking thing in a minute, because I got to touch upon that. Paul Williams is back. You know, after a little dope fiend lean. Now, y'all know Paul's my guy. I had high expectations with Paul, but things ain't panning out. But it's still early. We'll see how he recovers. We'll talk about that. Brandon Rios, another young, exciting fighter who I got high hopes and expectations for. We're definitely going to talk about that. I told y'all about Americana at Judah. I didn't want to listen to me. I told y'all that was going to be the centerpiece of the summer. From what I can see, unless, you know, some major fireworks take place this Saturday, I think it's going to be an exciting fight. Props to Zab. You know, whatever the money situation was, he took it. Props to our mayor for taking a winnable but dangerous fight. The fall is going to be jumping. We got a lot going on in the fall. All the big name players is back. Sidebar. First of all, I want to shout out to all the GYGB family members out there. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all always representing the brand respectfully. Y'all go hard for this here label GYGB. You know why? Because this is a place where you can actually come to talk about boxing. Not going somewhere where people playing around on a MP3 or a Mac notebook or whatever, you know, a portal they want to use to go in movie mode and do tricks and not actually talk about the sweet science and, you know, and talk about other boxing shows and do prank shows. And when y'all go to these other places, I mean, I would rather y'all not even go there and give these lames the time of the day. But, you know, I know y'all dudes are fiends and junkies, so y'all always searching. It's funny, though, because when y'all go at these cats, they actually think that we send y'all there. They actually think that y'all are us, not knowing that, no, y'all just going hard for something that y'all respect, you know, going hard for people that, you know, put a product out there for y'all to talk about something that y'all love, and that's the sweet science of boxing. You know, a lot of y'all email me, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of y'all email me behind the scenes, tell me about a couple of these clowns that made videos about us. There's about 4 or 5 videos out there that was made. You probably can't find them, because what these clowns don't realize is when you put the word GYGB, when you put the word Guard Your Girl Boxing in your tags or put it in your title line, you know what comes up? You know what comes up? Our company, our brand, our, I don't know, 200 something videos that we shot over a course of time. That's dominated by that nonsense that y'all putting up. So nobody even see the little blip on the radar shows that y'all putting up. All they see is a bunch of Guard Your Girl Boxing stuff. So we appreciate the publicity that y'all giving us. You know, good looking on that part. The one thing that I just wanted to talk about, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, is it amazes me how, and a lot of these guys, I get it, they're not confident in themselves. A lot of these guys are cowards. See, what these guys don't realize is, you know, what we do here in a lot of some other boxing shows, once you put your face, once you put your mug, your Mac in front of that camera, you know, you could potentially put yourself in harm's way, because you don't know how people are going to take, and some of the mail and stuff I get, you know, you don't know how people are going to respond to you when they see you in public. But we don't guard your girl boxing. We don't really care about that. But you know, we're at gyms, we're at fights, we're out and about. We got the radio show every Monday night. We welcome people to call and debate whatever disagreement they may have with us. But one thing we would never ever do, and you could bet the lungs that I obtain my oxygen from, we would never ever make a video about another YouTube show. That ain't never happening. And you notice, I'm not mentioning none of these shows by name because that's what they want me to do. I mean, these guys are basically throwing rocks and hiding their hands, but they're throwing rocks at me so I can get there, so they can get my attention. So what I did was I emailed a few of them and said, come on to the show. It's just as simple. You know, people have been telling me about it. I finally touched upon it. Just come on to the show. These guys are making videos about us, videos of the emails that I sent them. Whatever you need to do to pump your brand, God bless you. If you need Guard Your Girl boxing, to play Def Jam, if I got to play Leroy Cohen, if I got to play, you know, Jay or some of these other music execs and distribute your indie label, then that's what we'll do here at Guard Your Girl Boxing. We got no problem with that. Just let us know. That's what you want. If you need a distribution for your indie, just let us know. But again, the radio show, I don't have the number offhand, but the link is on the website, guardyourgirlboxing.com. The link is on this here YouTube page. Go to the radio show and get at us. You know, it's just that simple. But, you know, it's hard for me to respect you when I don't even, these guys are talking with auto-tune voices and, you know, and hide behind pictures. Like, how can I respect a guy? How can I respect you like that? And that's what YouTube, the YouTube boxing community has dwarfed into, is a bunch of shows coming in. I actually, like I said, I probably spent too much time even addressing this issue. But again, like my man Dr. Dre once said, all press is good press, so keep the videos coming. The radio show every Monday night. You want to holler at me, just get at me and have fun making your little jerky boy print YouTube shows that you do. All right, moving on to some more important matters. Last Saturday night, Vladimir Klitschko versus David the Haymaker Haye. I'm not going to spend too much time because this fight is kind of dated. But all I want to say is that David Haye, we did actually wrote an article, but I never got a chance to finish writing it. He made a business decision on last Saturday night. He made a business decision to make it to 12 straight rounds. He made a business decision to not throw a lot of punches on Saturday night. I'm not going to be too hard on him about the trash talking because he's not the first fighter that didn't chalk it like he talked it. So I ain't going to come at his top too hard about that. But what I am going to come at him about is I just thought that Vladimir Klitschko was right for the picking, but he never gave up more than a one-piece combo, so he would never know if Vladimir Klitschko was right for the picking. But props to Klitschko, even though I thought he fought okay. He didn't do all that great to me. I thought he was a little timid at times on letting his hands go. And I thought, you know, he could have took a little bit more risk, but he was fighting a calculated, smart fight, so I'm not going to be too hard on him. But what David Haye did is what a lot of fighters do, we've seen in the past. He fought not to lose. And like my man Herm Edwards always say, you play to win the games. You play to win the games. Moving on to this Saturday night, Paul Williams taking on, oh man, I forgot. I know his last name is Lara. One of y'all help me out there. We still ain't changed. We still don't use laptops to get info. But I know he's fighting Lara. Young kid, southpaw. Seen a couple of his bouts. Had a chance to study some of that. I didn't watch him live. I actually watched him through footage that people gave me through email. This dude could give Paul some problems. He's not Carlos Quintana, he's not Sergio Martinez, but another southpaw. Like, this reminds me of Jermaine Teller, what they did with Jermaine Teller when they had him fight like 4 consecutive southpaws. Like, it's obviously the southpaw style gives Paul Williams trouble. And I'm not making excuses for Paul's career, but you gotta question the matchmaking that's done a little bit here. And I get the whole Sergio Martinez thing, because at that point he had nobody to fight, and a lot of us thought he would beat Sergio Martinez. So I'm not going to do the hindsight 2020 thing, but this fight here, I'm like, all right, let's get a scab in there, get his confidence up, somebody he can air out real quick. But this could be a potential troublesome fight for Paul Williams. You know, I don't know if this kid's a heavy puncher, But again, he's a southpaw. He liked to throw punches. Paul liked to throw punches. I think Paul wins the decision, but I think it's going to be some scary moments in this fight. The one thing I want to see happen in this fight, I want to see Paul Chin get tested. I want to see where he's at mentally and physically. A lot of times after fighters get knocked out the way he did, they go into a bomb shelter. I always go back to this one particular fight with Fernando Vargas after he got knocked out for the first time in his career against Felix Trinidad. He fought a tune-up against a veteran fighter, De La Hoya. A lot of guys fought this particular fighter, and for some reason I keep forgetting this dude's name. And I know some of y'all will help me remember. It was a fight literally after he got knocked out by Trinidad. He fought a tune-up against this dude who was a former welterweight. Again, De La Hoya fought this particular fighter, but he fought him at junior middleweight, and he dropped Vargas with a jab. And Vargas went on to win the fight. And I'm not saying Paul is Vargas or anything like that, but I'm just drawing a parallel. After Vargas was knocked out, he was shell-shocked, and he got dropped with a jab. It wasn't even a hard punch. It was just a showing. It was a showing punch, and he got sat down with it. But again, I'm going with Paul Williams on this here fight. Again, I think he wins a comfortable decision, but he has his hairy moments. In closing, we will be doing the Zab and Amir Khan fight next week. Next Monday night, the radio show is back. Again, man, we appreciate all the support that everybody gives us, man. People can think that y'all imposters or that we send y'all over there to come at these shows. Let them think what they think, man. We appreciate the fact that y'all appreciate us. We promise to keep delivering the sweet science of boxing here on Guard Your Girl Boxing. That was our aim from the beginning, and that's how we're going to close. These people, these fly-by-night shows, you see them 10, 30 videos, and then they're gone, then the next one come. I call them food courts at the mall. They nothing but a bunch of smoothie places and those little places that sell the little neon necklaces, and then they got the shirts that sing. That's all these guys are. They're fads. They're going to come and go. Tradition lives on forever. GuardYourGirlBoxing.com.